What's up, guys? Back with another video today. Today I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be fanboying over some former UFC fighters or current UFC fighters that had some fantastic primes that I did not get to see because I really started paying attention to this sport and this company in 2022. So I missed a lot of these guys. Number one, we got the greatest prime of all time, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor! You gotta come back and fight somebody. Yeah, obviously we saw McGregor had one of the greatest peaks of all time after knocking out Aldo and then moving up to become a double champ by sliming out Eddie Alvarez. And I just don't ever think we'll see a fighter go higher than this in any sort of way. You know, at that point, I think Conor McGregor was not just the most popular UFC fighter, but the most popular combat sports athlete since Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson. And he made himself bigger than the sport, bigger than the company. And I don't think anybody has been able to do that since. And this one hurts so much to see TikTok edits of, to see how far this dude has fallen, to see him, getting choked out by Khabib, getting the pictures leaked of him lifting weights. Just such a hard downfall from a guy who peaked so high. It's really just terrible to see. Next up, we also got one of the athletes who peaked the highest in this sport, Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, racking up 11 or 12 title defenses in the flyweight division. Dude, every time I see an edit of this guy, it's the most wholesome, heartwarming thing, and I really wish I got to really see this man do his stuff live. Because, everyone knows that this guy's very skillful and technical, but just to be able to see it progress as he just continuously smokes these flyweights over and over again. I mean, we all saw what he did to Ray Borg, and I wouldn't want anyone doing that to me. So, yeah. Mighty Mouse, I was in 6th grade when this dude got traded to 1 for Ben Askren. So even if I was into the UFC 2-3 years earlier, this dude was already out of the company, and I wouldn't have known how to watch one championship. So this is just one I was never meant to see live, but god damn, I wish I could have, because nobody seems as legendary or as mystical in that division, or even in the lighter weight classes, as DJ did to me. So someday this man's grandkids are gonna ask him, "Grandpa, were you a good fighter?" And all this dude is gonna be able to say was, "Well, I was okay. But there was that one special night. That one special night where everything turned on for this man. And he absolutely starched Dominic Cruz, the former bantamweight GOAT." I mean, 2016, obviously that was the year of McGregor and the Eddie Alvarez and the Nate Diaz fights. But Cody Garbrandt had himself a stellar 2016, going from unranked to champion, sort of like Joshua Van, but less cool, I guess. Less cool. But yeah, to go from 0 to 100 and beating the bantamweight GOAT in such a definitive and honestly such an electric way. He didn't hold him down. He didn't just point fight. He just beat the shit out of Dominic Cruz, and it would have been crazy to see live. I wish I could have been there for that. Could have been there in the arena for that fight. Would have been a magical moment. But yeah, Cody Garbrandt on that one special night was legendary. Despite going on a 7-fight losing streak, Anderson Silva had one of the longest and strongest, pause, peaks in all of UFC history. Reigning over the middleweight division, I think he got 11 title defenses. But the problem is, this dude has not won a title fight since I was in kindergarten. I was barely alive to see the peak of Anderson Silva, and I feel like I needed to, because going back and watching all of these greatest UFC fighters of all time, greatest moments, people talk about this dude not like he's the Spider, but like he's Spider-Man. People are talking about this guy like he's beating up thugs in New York City, like he's a hero. The guys from MMA on Point, I love their videos, but dude, they ride for this dude crazy. You know, listening to them talk about it, it's like someone describing the Grim Reaper if he was 6 foot and Brazilian. But yeah, I was just way too young to ever see this guy fight, and I really feel like I wish I could have been there in the moment to see, the 11 straight title defenses that this dude racked up, because I don't think anyone's ever going to do that again, especially in that middleweight division. And it's just a shame that I never got to see it. Tony Ferguson is another guy, though, that's had a pretty disastrous downfall, kind of like Anderson Silva. Really just losing fight after fight, going from top to absolute bottom, getting subbed by Michael Chiesa and losing to Paddy Pimblett. But there was 8 years where Tony Ferguson did not lose a fight. People say this dude would have smoked prime Khabib, and I really wish I was there to experience the hype every time that Tony and Khabib matchup got announced, because obviously we never got to see that fight, but I wish I could have been there to experience the hype and feel the hype going into that fight with Justin Gaethje, which would mark his first loss in 8 years. But Tony time was a long time, and I really wish I could have seen it. I think this was the most dangerous man in the lightweight division to step into the ring with for a very long time. And it's a shame to see his prime have to end the way it did, but I think this goes up there, and a guy I really wish I could have seen, because you can go back and watch the fights. Same with all these guys. I could go back and watch Anderson Silva fights, but I feel like I could never have the same understanding of this fighter after knowing that he loses 7 times in a row, similar to Anderson Silva. They lose some of the invincibility aura that they sort of have. And, before that Justin Gaethje fight, that's something you could not knock on Tony. So, yeah, I think all of these guys had incredible primes, and I was just too late to see all of them. But, it doesn't mean I don't get to see amazing primes. I get to see the prime of guys like Islam Makhachev. I've gotten to see most of Volk's prime, and, yeah, I'll get to see all of Joshua Van's prime when he goes, 30-0 as the title holder and wins the belt and retires it. So, yay for me. But, yeah, let me know down in the comments if there's any other people who you think had an amazing prime, an amazing stint in their career that you really enjoyed watching. Leave a comment. Let me know. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Next video will probably be pre-predictions for UFC 324. So I'll see y'all next time.